Do you believe in Paul?
There are signs.
For once in my life, I didn't feel so alone anymore.
2024 was a great year for movies, from comedy to action to drama. There was something for everyone, but which films really stood out?
We want to bring in movie critic Grae Drake for her top movie picks of the year. And I have to say, we don't even know them because it just says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's all a surprise.
But this was the biggest surprise of the morning when you walked in.
You know what? I figure, like, why search for a disco ball when you can be the disco ball?
Exactly. Better than a disco ball, I think.
Me too.
That's
disco
beautiful.
balls are just silver. Like, you're all the colors today. I love it.
This is true Italian marksmanship.
Truly. She has her own garment bag. She has a place of honor. But I also do just wear her, like, cleaning the stove.
I hope you wear it to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Grocery store. Okay, well, we got to start with it. You are here to give us a rundown of movies.
Yes.
And we don't even know what you've picked. So what's number 5?
Exciting.
Big surprise straight out of the gate. Tuesday. Starring Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Okay.
Oh, I remember this review.
This is one that you have to seek out because she's playing a mom whose daughter is dying of cancer. Okay. Very heavy.
Okay, I have to be in the mood for this one.
Right, you do. And so she's dealing with all of her feelings of grief, and all of a sudden a parrot shows up. And that parrot is the Grim Reaper. Right. And so there's a lot to process in this movie. It's so surreal, but it's so poignant in her journey and her daughter's journey. It really stood out to me. And it's a shame that it's not in the awards conversation because it's one of the most unusual, moving films I've ever seen.
What a unique way to tell that story.
Truly.
I might skip it though.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's not for everybody and it's not for every day.
It's heavy, but I mean, a good film usually is. Okay, number 4.
Okay, a movie called Kneecap.
Kneecap?
Right.
I don't even remember you reviewing this one.
Great title. Well, you might remember when I describe it because this is a true story of a true hip-hop band. They are Irish. This takes place in Belfast, and they call themselves punks. They are literal criminals. They deal drugs, but they also love music, and they rap in their native Irish language.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't realize till I saw this movie how much the British government wanted to suppress that language. So all of a sudden, these guys who describe themselves as lowlives are true revolutionaries. And by the way, the music's amazing.
Oh, that sounds really good.
That also sounds completely opposite of the first one.
Like a range.
There you go. You got a lot of range with Grae Drake.
Okay, so number 3.
All right, The Last Showgirl. Now, I talked about this one recently starring Pamela Anderson. So we're moving back into poignant territory because she is a showgirl, a lifelong dancer, and her show in Vegas is closing. And all of a sudden, she has to reconcile all of the things that she got by being an artist with all of the things she gave up, like a different version of motherhood. And Pam Anderson, look at that face. She's unbelievable in this movie, and I desperately hope she gets an Oscar nomination. Because if you remember that movie with Mickey Rourke called The Wrestler,
yes,
this is Pam Anderson's Wrestler.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Okay.
What a memorable movie.
And she's just so interesting how she's evolved over the years and like really come into her own.
Like,
that's really cool to watch.
Taking a lot of ownership of herself and especially like the way that she came into the industry versus now, hearing her talk is a gift. She's amazing.
That sounds really good. Okay, number 2.
Conclave.
Oh, someone's been telling me to watch this one.
I do a little dance. Conclave is like a hot, juicy gossip session with the Lord himself.
What could be better?
Okay, so you got Ray Fiennes, and the Pope in this movie has passed away. So all of the cardinals have to get together and elect a new Pope.
Oh, right.
Literally, at no point in this movie are you ever going to guess what happens next. It is so surprising. It is so juicy. And I mean, the ending is going to shock you. You will either love it or hate it. It is streaming on Peacock. Cannot recommend it enough. Regardless of your religious beliefs, like, love this movie.
All right, well, if you love this one this much, what is your top one?
The Substance.
Oh,
really?
Yes, Demi Moore in this legit horror movie that is part of the awards conversation. Hollywood has chewed her up and spit her out, and all of a sudden she gets a mysterious invitation to try something called The Substance, where a new, younger version of you emerges.
Ooh.
She does not know what she is in for. There are a lot of rules to taking the substance, and every time you give human beings rules, they mess them up.
Yes, they do.
And it gets intense in this movie, but what I will say is, it is intense body horror a la David Cronenberg. It is not for the faint of heart. The trailer does not convey this properly.
Oh, okay.
People, I have one person literally
Be warned.
pass out
Oh,
in a
wow,
screening.
Okay.
Thank you
Be
for the
careful.
warning.
Yes.
Thank you.
What is your favorite movie of the year?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's
Say
surprised?
about you, Grae.
Yeah.
Well, we have religion, we have showgirls, we've got all of it.
I contain multitudes.
Yes. Grae, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Yes,
New
Happy New
Year.
Year.